pretty solid matchup between Sodiq Yusuff and Mairon Santos, man. I really like this fight. I like Mairon Santos as a fighter. He trains at Extreme Couture, so I'm always biased toward Extreme Couture fighters because that's where I get a lot of my training done at when it comes to combat sports. I'll be at Extreme Couture pretty much on the daily. But yeah, Mairon Santos is a solid striker, and we haven't seen Sodiq Yusuff in the cage in a little bit, man. It's been a little while since we've seen Yusuff, and the last few times he's been out there, he was getting cooked. I mean, both these guys start fast. You know, I think this is like whoever can land the cleanest combination is going to take advantage of that fight or end that fight. You know what I mean? Santos uses a lot of kicks. He's more of a top to bottom type of striker. He's using his hands, he's using his legs. I think Yusuff's a lot more boxing heavy. And people like Edson Barbosa kind of exploited Yusuff when it comes to like the kicks and using kicks to set up other shots. I think Yusuff kind of got exploited with not being super versatile in as far as the striking outside of power boxing. But Yusuff can clinch and wrestle a little bit. I think that's probably a better path to take against a guy like Santos. He can get top control, you know what I mean? I think he can start to just wear and tear on Santos, similar to what happened to Santos in his last matchup where Francis Marshall really had a lot of control and a lot of big shots landed on Santos, but the striking and the numbers, they ended up getting Santos the victory. I don't disagree with the victory he got, but like I said, I'm a little bit biased toward, you know, the Extreme Couture guy. But Yusuff at dog odds, with the power and the finishing ability he has, it is worth a stab. If you're feeling like Yusuff can win, why not? I think if you want to play the props, I think Mairon Santos KO round one or round two. I think if he does get a KO, it's going to be in the first 2 rounds. Third round KO would really be shocking to me, and any other way of finishing would be shocking to me because 8 of his 15 wins, I'm pretty sure, are by knockout. He's dropped almost every one of his opponents that he's had in the UFC. Yusuff's been stopped twice within the first 90 seconds of his fights in the fights that he lost. And yeah, Santos is tricky, man. Santos can catch him. I think Santos could also win by decision. I think he's pretty much undefeated on judges' scorecards, you know what I mean? He even had a real close split decision win over Francis Marshall. So, I mean, the judges tend to favor Santos. He hasn't lost a decision. Yusuff has lost a decision. So there's always that as far as the statistics. I think if Yusuff wins, it comes by a finish, man. It's going to come by some KO. I think Yusuff, almost half of his wins are coming by KO. You know, Santos has been beat up before. You know what I mean? I think Dan Argueta cooked Santos, if I'm not sure, and I think Sodiq Yusuff should be miles better than Dan Argueta. But he doesn't have the wrestling approach that Argueta has, so I'm not sure. But Yusuff's explosiveness, the way he boxes in the pocket, his blitz is in the pocket, his knees, his clinch, dirty boxing, bro. He has a veteran path to victory, and he has a power path to victory. So don't sleep on Yusuff, man. But all in all, I'm leaning toward Mairon Santos. I'm probably going to look more for the props to get some plus odds because this is like a dog or pass situation. I'm not going to bet no chalk on this fight. Too close of a fight to try to bet some chalk. So try to win some money. If you're gonna bet on this fight, don't bet chalk because this fight is unpredictable. But yeah, Santos round 1, round 2, Sodiq Yusuff round 1, round 2. Maybe look for the under or inside the distance if you can get solid odds on it. But if it's too chalky, just look for the round props, man. I think either fighter can win in the first 2 rounds, and if it doesn't end in the first 2 rounds, I'm pretty sure Mairon Santos wins a UD because he's controlling the fight. Maybe a split decision if Sadiq drops him early and then Santos is able to control the rest of the fight. But we're leaning towards Santos, a little bit biased. Value lies on Yusuff as an underdog, as a veteran underdog. But yeah, Santos, let's get the dub. We moving on.